Hello, everybody out there in YouTube land. Welcome back to Diego Knows. I'm Diego, and we're going to talk more about Sex and the City. Of course, that's what we do here. Okay, we talk about Sex and the City. Now, I'm going to give you a straight man's point of view. All right, I'm going to give it to you straight up, baby. All right, I'm going to give it to you the way no one else gave it to you. Okay, and you're going to take it. Okay, so I'm Diego. I have watched every single episode of Sex and the City. I watched both movies, and I watched that piece of shit show. And just like crap, I did not like it. Please don't watch it. But I already reviewed it. If you want to see my reviews, they're on this channel. Now, as far as Sex and the City goes, okay, I'm a big fan. Okay, I watched it from the very beginning. Okay, back in the day when I was a younger man, and it was like some 20-something years ago. The only problem I really had with the show was I did not like the way they were treating the straight guys on the show. These disposable men that the women were having sex with, they did not act like real men to me. Okay, they acted like cartoon characters. Okay, like they were an idea of what gay guys, lesbians, and feminists thought straight guys were like. Okay, that's what they wrote into this because they didn't really understand what a straight guy was. Okay, but they needed some crazy characters so the girls could have sex with. Okay, so they just invented these tropes of men which don't really exist. They don't act this way. Okay, and they expect you to believe it. Well, luckily for them, the creators of the show, there was no straight guys watching this show on a regular basis like me. So I was the only one that got offended, and nobody gave a shit what I thought. Right? You know, I'm just a straight guy. My opinions don't fucking matter. Okay, the show was marketed towards women and gay guys, and that's the audience. That's who watched the show. And my straight guy friends did not want to watch the show, and I don't blame them. I don't blame them. Their girlfriends were all watching the show, and they a lot of my straight guy friends, they had to sit through a few episodes with their girlfriends and stuff, but they didn't like it. They weren't following the characters, who's dating who this season, none of that shit. They didn't give a fuck. Okay, so the only people I could talk to about this were the girls that I knew. But hey, I'm not gonna lie to you. Okay, I give you the honest to God truth on this channel. Okay, I'm gonna be completely honest, whether you like it or not. I'm not gonna spare your feelings. If you're easily triggered, get the fuck out. If you're easily offended, get the fuck out. Okay, I will not filter myself for you. Okay, but the real reason I watched the show, the reason I got interested in watching the show, was I was trying to get laid. Okay, I was trying to have a conversation starter so I could have something to talk to women about. Okay, because all the hot girls I knew were watching Sex and the City. Okay, but none of the straight guys I knew were watching Sex and the City. You see, that was like my way in. Get it? Get it in more ways than one. Okay, but anyway, the point is, that's why I started watching it and I got hooked. I became a fan, all right? I like the show. I didn't like it all the time, but most of the time I like the show, okay? Now, just to give you a little... just to set the context here, okay, there was one character on this show. Like I said, they got the straight guys wrong on the show. Most of the time they got it wrong. Sometimes they got it right. There was one character on the show that they did get right. Okay, there was one guy on the show that they did get right. And I remember watching him, which is the episode I'm going to review right now. I remember watching him back in the day, and I was agreeing with everything that he did and everything that he said. I was like, this guy's correct. This guy's doing everything right. But the women were like, no, this guy's an asshole. I was like, no, he's not. You know, well, then why did he do that? I said, well, he did that because of this, this, and this. I mean, like he didn't do anything wrong. You know, I defended him. Now I'm older and I'm wiser, and I'm like, okay, yeah. So yeah, he was a bit of an asshole. He was. Jack Berger's character was a bit of an asshole. I admit it. Okay, I know it took 20-something years to admit it, but yeah, he was a bit of an asshole, which is sad because I was very similar to him. And I said things like he did, and I felt a lot of times about myself the way he feels about himself. And I remember, and I did the same shit that he did, okay? And it bothers me to see that because it's kind of like I'm seeing myself again, the way I was back then. And just like, oh my God, how could I be so stupid? How could I be so stupid? You know, but I mean, you know, we all do. That's how we learn. That's how we learn in life, you know? The person you are right now is not the same person you were 20 years ago or 10 years ago or whatever, you know? I mean, you're fundamentally the same. But, you know, we've had more experiences since then. We've had more, you know, we've done more things. You know, we've met more people. We've, you know, all that kind of stuff falls in there. Okay, so yeah, I don't think I'm okay. I'm still a little bit that way. Okay, I'm not gonna lie. I'm still a little bit that way. Okay, but this time I'm older now. I'm wiser now. I can see it now. I can see what I was doing wrong back then now in a way that I could not see it back then. I can see it now. Okay, so there you go. Okay, you happy now? All right. Okay. So it's been scary for me watching these episodes. I knew I was gonna have to get around to it. Eventually, I promised you I was gonna watch every single episode of Sex and the City, and I was gonna review it. And this episode, these Jack Burger episodes are taking me longer to review because I'm really paying attention to every single detail here. I don't want to miss nothing important, okay? So that's why this one's going to be like a 2 or 3 parter episode. For one episode, I know, but there's so much going on here, okay? And right now, we got to fight, okay? This is the main event here, okay? We got a fight coming up, okay? This is the fight episode that I'm doing right now, okay? It's Carrie versus Burger, okay? This is what's going on right now, okay? And I'm gonna tell you, I might get a little bit emotional here, okay? Because I've had fights like this before. I know exactly what Jack Burger's going through. I know exactly what he's feeling. I know what he's thinking. I know why he's acting this way. I remember thinking that back then when I watched this episode, I was on his side the entire time. I was not on the women's side at all. I was on his side the entire fucking time. And Carrie has her girlfriends to talk to about this shit. We don't see Jack talk to anybody, okay? So he was like the odd man out. He was like, damn it, dude, does this guy have any friends he can talk to or confide in? But I remember just totally being on his side in this situation. Now I'm looking at it as, okay, well, he could have taken it down a notch. Okay, he's basically me on a bad day. Okay, me on a bad day. No, this is embarrassing for me to say, but I gotta say, okay, because like I said, I'm not gonna lie on this show. I'm gonna tell you the truth, okay, whether you like it or not. And if that means that I gotta make myself look like a fucking idiot or make myself look bad, I'm gonna do it. If that means I gotta make you look like an idiot, make you look bad, I'm gonna do it, okay? If that's how you feel, okay. Hopefully you don't feel that way though, okay? Because I've grown a lot since then, okay. I have grown a lot, okay. Okay, so where we left off last time, Charlotte was on a blind date. She's been going on these blind dates because she's part of this Jewish synagogue society of women. Yeah, it's all these old Jewish women at her synagogue. And apparently all of them have sons that are single, that are just perfect for Charlotte. So they're all trying to fix Charlotte up with their sons, their single sons, okay? And Charlotte's agreeing to do it, but she doesn't really want to do it. Because she still misses her ex-boyfriend Harry, her divorce attorney. Yeah. For those of you who don't know, I'm sure you all know if you're watching this. Okay, yeah, she started dating her divorce attorney. The ink wasn't even dry from her signing the divorce papers that she started boning her divorce attorney. Okay, and even though he's short and a little chunky and bald and got a hairy back, and he's not the most hygienic guy in the world. He sweats and stuff a lot, and he's just but he's charming and he's fun. He's likable. He's very likable. Okay, he's like a stand-up comedian. Most stand-up comedians are not super good looking. Okay, because that's not how they attract their audience. Okay, they attract their audience through their personality, their mannerisms, their jokes. That's what makes you like them. It has nothing to do with their looks. Okay, and he's kind of like that. Okay, he's like a jokey guy. Like you see characters like this in sitcoms all the time. The short little funny guy. The Danny DeVito's. That kind of thing. He's kind of like in that area. Okay. So anyway, so she's in love with him, but she converted to Judaism for him, and he because she thought that he was going to marry her, even though he never said he would. He has not set the date, so she feels self-conscious. Like her girlfriends are talking, like, what the hell did you convert to Judaism for? If he hasn't even proposed yet, And so she basically got in his face about it. He wanted to watch the baseball game. She got in his face, like, set the date, And he said, I don't need this shit. And he fucking walked out, which is bravo, man. Oh my God, a guy that actually stood up to his fucking girlfriend. You don't see that anymore on TV or movies or nothing like that. You always see the guy, the dad especially, is always some dumb fuck idiot who can't fucking do anything without his strong, successful, beautiful, intelligent boss bitch wife to wipe his ass for him. That's what you see nowadays. Okay, in all movies and all TV shows, all sitcoms, but you didn't see a guy stand up for himself. Okay, and Harry stood up for, well, he did back then. He doesn't anymore. Not anymore. No. Now he takes it up the ass. Okay, but back then he actually acted, somewhat like a man. So anyway, Charlotte's upset about it, and she kind of misses him, so she's going to agree to go on these blind dates, but she's really not going to give any guy a chance, because all she's thinking about is Harry, and Harry coming back to her, okay, and she's always talking about Harry, and how she misses Harry, and how her and Harry had such a perfect love, and all this kind of bullshit, so she's really not into the dating scene, okay, so she's on a blind date at the same restaurant that Jack Burger and Carrie are on a date, okay, on a dinner date, okay, so they sit down at this restaurant, and Charlotte immediately jumps into their booth, and ducks down and starts hiding. And Burger's like, why are we hiding? He's like, oh my God, I'm on a date from hell. Oh my God, this guy, he's such a creep. I can't stand him. Carrie, do me a favor, okay? I want you to call me in a minute, okay? And make it sound like it's an emergency, like something happened and I have to leave, okay? So that way I can get the fuck out of this date. And Carrie's like, okay, and then you can join us on our date, you know? So that's what she does. So she goes back to her date, you know, and he's just like, hello, Charlotte, I ordered some bread, but it hasn't arrived yet. You know, like he's just like this fucking doofus. So she gets the call. They play it out. Boom. Charlotte ditches this guy and goes to sit with them. So now Charlotte's sitting on one side, Jack Berger's sitting in the middle, and Carrie's sitting on the other side. All right. So he's asking her what happened, okay, and she's like, "Oh my God, this guy, I knew right away it was not going to work out. I mean, he brought me carnations. What the hell?" And Berger's like, "Carnation? He brought you flowers. He brought you some carnations. What an asshole!" She's like, "No, they weren't flowers. They were carnations." He's like, "Well, what's wrong with carnations?" He's like, "They're filler flowers. They don't mean anything." He's like, "Filler flowers?" He's like, "Hey, Carrie, would you dump me if I brought you carnations?" She's like, "No, I wouldn't, but if you had docksiders or topsiders or any of the above, then I would dump you, yes." And I'm thinking to myself, like, okay, you know, these are all these stupid ass standards that women have for men. Whenever a guy asks a woman, you know, what do you find attractive in a guy? They give you all these fucking bullshit answers. Oh, well, he has to wear these shoes and he has to make this much money. Well, if she's comfortable with you, she'll tell you that. If she's not comfortable with you, she'll be like, oh, he needs to be a gentleman and perfect, you know, and he needs to, you know, worship my ass, you know, and pay for the date, you know, and open the door for me. You know, that's the shit they tell you if they don't know you that well. If they know you pretty well, like if you're like her boyfriend's best friend or something, then she'll tell you some shit like, oh, well, he's got to make this much money. He's got to have this kind of car. He's got to know these kind of people. He has to go to Europe every fucking year because I know I have to go to Europe every fucking year. Well, who's going to fucking pay for it? He better fucking pay for it. And, you know, that kind of shit, you know. All these stupid ass standards. And then they come to little nitpick things. Like, you know, like topsiders and docksiders, okay? This shit's all fucking confusing, okay? Now, I was a younger man back then, so I kind of like, I was confused too, okay? I was still trying to figure this out. But guys, for you guys that are watching this right now, okay? Don't ever fucking ask a woman what she finds attractive, okay? She ain't gonna fucking tell you, and she don't even fucking know. Okay? I'm gonna fucking tell you what women find attractive. Okay? If you don't believe me, then just do this little experiment, okay? And it'll prove everything that I'm saying, okay? Guys out there, if you wanna know what a woman that you're attracted to is attracted to, okay, look at the type of women that you are attracted to, okay? Look at all of them. What do they all have in common? Okay, because it's different. Some guys like a certain type of woman and some guys like a different type of woman. Okay, so just think in your mind. Okay, what are the type of women that you are attracted to? Okay, I'm gonna give you an example. Okay, and I'm not really attracted to her. Okay, look at Emma Watson. Okay, we all know who Emma Watson is, right? She was hormoning Granger on Harry Potter. Okay, no, okay, yeah, she was Hermione. Okay, no, I don't like Harry Potter. My sister made me watch all the movies. Anyway, the point is that you look at that actress, Emma Watson. Okay. Now, this fucking bitch several years ago, went on the fucking UN and made a big fucking speech about feminism. And feminism this and feminism that, you know? And then I saw her like on a talk show and they're interviewing her and she's talking about how, what feminism and this and the importance of feminism. He goes, but what about men? How can men help in the feminism movement? And she's like, you know, some of the best feminists I know are men. They are the best feminists I've ever met are men. We need to start respecting women. And all this kind of bullshit that you hear all the fucking time. Okay? Okay, so she's saying all that fucking shit. She's getting all this PR, all this press, all the magazines, all the talk shows. They're all writing about Emma Watson made a speech about feminism, you know, and all that kind of shit, right? Now, a normal simp, a normal guy, a normal nerd who's got a crush on Emma Watson would be like, oh, I need to become a male feminist. That's how I can get girls like Emma Watson. She said it herself. I just got to listen to the woman. And they'll tell me what I need to know. I need to become a male feminist. I'm going to go volunteer right now at the women's shelter. You know, that kind of bullshit, okay? That kind of crap, okay? Now, that's what a weak man would do. And unfortunately, most of the men, especially today, are weak, okay? Now, what a real man would do, okay, is, okay, I heard what you said, Emma. Now, boom, let me look at your boyfriends. Let me look at the guys that you've dated, okay? What's the first one that pulls up? Okay, soccer player. A British soccer player, okay? This guy is an alpha Chad, okay? Okay, he's a fucking professional soccer player, okay? He's a man's man, okay? He's active, he's physical, okay? He drinks a lot and he fucks a lot of women. He curses, okay? He does guy things, okay? Like hunting and skiing, you know? He goes cross country on a fucking Jeep. He hangs out with the guys at the taverns and they start fights, okay? That's the kind of guy he is. And Albert, does that sound like a fucking male feminist to you? No. You know why? Because she fucking ain't attracted to male feminists. That's all fucking bullshit. Look at who she's dating. That's what she's attracted to. Okay? So guys, if you want to know what women are attracted to, look at who they're fucking. That's who they're attracted to. Don't fucking listen to what they fucking say. Look at who they're fucking. It's not difficult. Okay? It's called behavioral science, all right? Okay? Don't pay attention to what they say, pay attention to what they do. Okay? So if you look at Charlotte's dating history, you're gonna see that the guys she likes to date are all fucking rich, they're all white, okay? And well, for the most part, they're aloof and players, you know? They don't give a shit. Like Harry. All right? But Harry's not as good looking as the guy she's used to, okay? So that's my point, okay? Look at Carrie, okay? Look at Samantha. Look at these men that these women date. That's going to tell you what they're turned on by. That's going to tell you what they like. Okay, don't fucking ask. Don't ask a woman what she fucking likes. She ain't going to fucking tell you. She don't even know what she likes. All she knows is when she's turned on, okay? And yes, what turns a woman on is not necessarily the same thing that turn a man on. Okay, we're more visual. We're more about like, what do you fucking look like? And now, what do you like as a person? Women, no. First of all, who do you know? Okay, how much social status do you have? That's the number one turn on for women is social status. Okay, how popular are you? Okay, there's popularity in high school, then there's popularity in the adult world. How popular? That's why male celebrities are the most fuckable guys in the world because all women want to fuck a guy who's fucking famous. Okay. Even guys even want to fuck like fucking what's the midget? What's his name? Peter Dinklage. Okay, he's got no problem pulling ass. Okay, is it because of his looks? No, it's because he's a midget. But you know what? He's also fucking famous as shit. Okay, he's Tyrion Lannister. Okay, he's fucking you're fucking Tyrion Lannister if you're fucking that midget. Okay, nothing against Peter Dinklage. He's a great actor. Okay, but the point is that what turns women on. That gets them wet. It had nothing to do with his looks. Okay. Remember that, guys. Remember that. It's not about your looks. I mean, it's important to a sense, but that's not what's going to get the girl, okay? Not alone, anyway. That alone is not going to get the girl, okay? So that's going on here. And he's confused, you know? And so Berger's asked Carrie, you know, would you dump me if I were carnations? No, I like carnations, though, but I will dump you if you have topsiders or docksiders. And Carrie's like, oh, but those are cute. You know, so the women don't agree. And Berger is just like, okay, so men are fucked no matter what we do. You know, and Carrie's just like, huh? Like, why would he say that? Okay. And I got to admit, in Carrie's defense, okay, Berger is he's a little hot-tempered, okay? A little more so than he should be right now. Okay, so I'm going to carry a point on that one. Okay, yeah. Berger's kind of hot-tempered right now, you know, and he needs to fucking calm down. But of course he's not going to. So Charlotte tells Berger, well, no, you know what? None of that stuff matters, though, if you're with the right man. You know, Harry, you know, he was bald and short and had a hairy back, and he used to talk with his mouth full, but so does Miranda. But you know what? I still loved him. He's like, okay, well, you loved him because he never brought you filler flowers. She's like, no, I loved him because I loved him. And Carrie's like, of course you did. Of course you did, Charlotte. Jack, don't say that to her. And he's like, okay, what the fuck did you just do here, Carrie? You just fucking berated your boyfriend in public in front of your hot friend. Okay? That's a big fucking no-no. Okay? Big fucking no. But Berger does not fucking, he doesn't take it yet. He's just like, hey, I'm sorry. I was just trying to be funny. Well, it wasn't funny. Okay, strike number 2. Okay, bitch, you're fucking going down now. You're fucking going down. Okay, that's it. That's it. You're fucking going down, Carrie. I don't give a shit anymore. You have fucked me over in public in front of someone else. Fuck you. bitch, it's more important for me right now to take your fucking ass down than it is for me to spare this fucking relationship, okay? You pulled my fucking punk card, and now you're gonna fucking get it. Sorry. Now, I'm not talking about violence, okay? I do not approve of violence against women. No, don't take what I'm saying out of context, okay? I've never hit a woman in my life, and I never would, okay? I'm talking argument-wise, okay? I fight men with my fists. I fight women with my words, okay? And she fucking picked a fight. Well, guess what, bitch? You're gonna go fucking down now, okay? Sorry, that's just the way it's gotta be, okay? You're already taking him down past his threshold, okay? You've emasculated him below his threshold. Now, I know he's already in a bad mood, and maybe if he was a better man, he would have just fucking shut up and said nothing and just let you emasculate him in front of your hot friend. But he's not that type of guy, okay? He's the kind of guy that's actually gonna fucking stand up to you, okay? And if you're gonna fucking if you're gonna put him down, he's gonna bring you down below him so he can look down at you, okay? Because who the fuck are you to do that to me? You see what I mean? Okay, I told you, I'm gonna get emotional here, okay? Okay, here it goes. Ready? Okay, so that's going on here. Okay. Okay, so Burger's like, like I said, he apologized, but she still kept going. So Burger's like, yeah, it wasn't funny, okay? I'm a slacker, all right? Okay, I guess if I was wearing docksiders or topsiders, I wouldn't even be sitting here, would I, Carrie? Ooh, and then now, like Charlotte shuts up and Carrie shuts up. And there's this uncomfortable silence. Well, luckily the waiter shows up. The waiter shows up to get their order. And what do you call it? So it's an uncomfortable silence. Now, like I said, all he's doing is pointing out the uncomfortable standards that women put on men. You know, which, I mean, it is. It's confusing. That's why I said don't fucking listen to that. Don't listen to that. Pay attention to what women do. Don't pay attention to what they say. Okay. Okay, you know, like me personally, like, you know what? If a girl wore some shoes that I didn't like, I would just tell her I don't like the shoes, you know? Maybe wear something else. I wouldn't fucking dump. I'd say, that's a deal breaker. Gotta go. Bye. You know, I wouldn't do that. Now, I know these women probably wouldn't do that, but they're talking about it like it's something fun. Guys, we don't do that, okay? If my girlfriend, when our girlfriends, if they come home with a fucking stupid haircut or something, we'll just say it looks dumb, and that's it. We're not gonna say, that's it, I'm breaking up right now. Get your shit out of here. Like, I can't deal with a girl who's got a fucking haircut like that. No, we don't do that, okay? But and I don't think girls do that either to men, but they make jokes about it, you know? And it's like, come on. We don't make jokes about that stuff, all right? Okay, the waiter shows up, okay, and the waiter arrives, and Carrie tells him, okay, about the specials, okay, and she tells him, like, hey, listen, I want the goat cheese salad, okay, and I want the tuna for my entree, but, okay, I need to know there's any parsley on there. I don't want any parsley anywhere near or on this plate, okay? And also the marinade for the tuna, I need to know there's any parsley in there because I'm allergic to it, okay? He's like, okay, I'll go find out, you know. He goes, make sure there's no parsley in there, okay? Cannot have parsley. And Burger's like, hey, Carrie, he heard you, okay? He gets it, okay? No parsley. And she's like, yes, and make sure there's no parsley in that marinade, okay? And he's like, okay, I'll go ask the chef real quick. I'll be right back. So he leaves, you know. And now fucking Carrie's all pissed off. And hey, you know what? Okay, I know, okay, Jack, Burger, you need to take it down a notch. I know you can think that. Okay, yes, you already told him 600 times that you don't want parsley. Okay, you can think that, but if you say it out loud, you're asking for trouble. Okay, and he said it out loud. He's like, hey, Carrie, he heard you. Okay, he knows you don't want parsley. Get it. Okay, and Burger's like, you know, he gets it. No parsley. Okay. Okay, now he is being kind of a dick, okay? But he's being a dick because, like I said, she emasculated him in public in front of Charlotte, okay? Big fucking no-no, okay? Yeah, so the waiter leaves to go find out, and Burger says, like, you know, you're not allergic to parsley, Carrie. Like, you're not allergic to parsley, okay? She's like, but I don't like it. He's like, well, then why didn't you just say you don't like it? He's like, because whenever I say I don't like it, okay, parsley magically appears on the plate, and then I gotta feel bad because I gotta send it back. Yeah, all right. He's like, you didn't order anything that comes with parsley. And she's like, parsley comes on everything. Okay, now Charlotte's getting uncomfortable. She puts her Cosmo. She's like, I just remembered I gotta go somewhere. Bye. So Charlotte takes off. So now it's just fucking Carrie and Burger there, and it's a very uncomfortable silence, okay? Okay, we're ready to go at it. We're about to have round 2 here in just a moment, okay? So So that's going on here. So like I said, Charlotte leaves. Okay. And that was her second bad date for the night. Okay, now in the taxi ride, okay, Carrie and Berger are sitting in the back of the taxi, and they're not talking to each other. Okay, and he's giving the taxi driver directions to get to her place, and then she corrects him and tells the taxi driver to go further down, closer to her brownstone. And she looks at him. She goes like, "I'm wearing heels." Okay, so in other words, she corrected him again. Okay, because she doesn't want to walk that far to her apartment. So he finally just tells her, he's like, why did you do that to me? What was it he said here? He's like, I can't believe you put me down in front of your friend. And she's like, I didn't put you down. Oh, so now you're telling me what I felt? Okay, boom. See, she could have just said, I'm sorry. Okay, I'm sorry I said that to you. I'm sorry that you felt that way. Okay? But she didn't do that. She just denied, I didn't do that. Well, you did, Carrie. You emasculated him in front of your friend, in front of Charlotte. Okay? You did that to him. Okay? And it pissed him off. Okay? So he feels now that he has to defend himself against you. Okay? But rather than her acknowledge that, she would rather fucking, no, I didn't do that to you. You're just taking it wrong. Well, no, he's not taking it wrong. Okay? Now, I'll admit he's got a temper, and he should bring it down a notch. He really should. But his feelings are valid. And she really did do what he said she did. Okay? So he's pissed off that she's denying it. Okay? And before you women get all fucking pissed off at me for what I'm saying and start taking her side, okay, remember, this is the shit that you all do to us all the fucking time. You expect us to read your mind. All the fucking time. Okay? How do you like it when a guy tells you, no, you didn't feel that? It's just all in your head. Okay, how do you it pisses you off, don't it? So how do you think he feels? Okay, we're both human beings. Okay, just because you got a vagina and I got a penis does not mean that we're not human beings. Okay, we still have feelings. We both do. Okay, and you hurt his. Just own up to it. But you ain't gonna do that either, huh? You got two people that don't want to admit they're wrong. That's not a good relationship. Let me tell you. Okay. That's Tommy Lee and fucking Pamela Anderson relationship right there without the sex tape. Okay, so so that's going on here, and he's like, well, so you're telling me what I'm feeling? And she's like, I didn't put you down, And he's like, yeah, so you're gonna tell me what I feel? She's like, I'm not telling you how you feel. And he's like, oh, here we go again. She's like, what's going on with us? He's like, Carrie, when did you stop being on my side? Okay? And, she's like, well, when did you stop being on my side? And, I can't tell you how many times I've had arguments with women like this, okay? When you're like supposed to be my partner, you're supposed to be like on my side, you're supposed to support me and everything. And if you disagree with what I'm doing, we can talk about that in private. You don't have to fucking blow up at me in public, like that, and humiliate me in public. We can talk about that in private, especially not in front of your fucking friends. I mean, that's just embarrassing, So she really should have checked herself at that moment, but she didn't, So he's fucking pissed off. She's like, so why are you basically, taking, when did you stop being on my side? When did you stop supporting me? When did you stop, rooting for me? She's like, well, when did you stop rooting for me? I stopped rooting for you when you started attacking me. That's when. You fucking bitch. But she can't see that, and he doesn't really have the energy or the temperament. Actually, it's really the temperament. He doesn't really have the temperament to explain that to her, okay? Is that he feels that she is not on his side, that she is not supporting him, that she doesn't believe in him, okay? That when push comes to shove, okay, she will fucking, if the ship's sinking, okay, she's gonna fucking jump off first and leave him there, okay? She'll step over him to jump onto the lifeboat, okay? That's basically how he feels, all right? And she can't seem to understand that, all right? And yeah, hey, what the fuck, So she says, this isn't working. He's like, yeah, I agree. I think we need to take a break. She's like, what? He's like, are you serious? He's like, yeah, I think we need some time apart. Well, how long have you been feeling this way? How long have you been thinking about this? Okay, and then the taxi driver pulls up, and he tells the taxi driver it's going to be 2 stops. In other words, she's getting off here, but I ain't. Oh, all right. He says, we're going to drop her off, then you're going to take me home. She's like, what? You want to take a break right now? You know? He doesn't want to. Well, yeah, Carrie, he doesn't want to be around you. You pissed him off. He does not like you right now, okay? And rather than fight with you and call you names and lose his fucking temper because he's in that kind of a mood, he would rather just fucking drop you off and so that you don't have to deal with that, okay? He's actually doing it for you, okay? That way we don't have to fight, you know? There's too much temper's already been flared tonight, okay? He's like, you know, you don't want to come up and talk first? He's like, I don't need to talk, okay? I need time to think. That's what I need to do, okay? I'm going to go to my place in the Hamptons, okay? And then I'll call you when I get back. Well, how long are you going to be gone? Oh, about a week, all right? And she's like, okay, fine, go. He's like, I'll call you when I get back. And then he takes off. And now she's fucking pissed off, all right? She's pissed off, all right? She never apologized for what she said, though, did she? No. Okay? And she's like, well, you want me to decide how I'm supposed to feel about that while the meter's running, you know? And so anyway, so she takes off, all right? He leaves, okay? And then she complains to her girlfriends about it at breakfast. Of course she does. She's like, you know, what am I, a break? What am I, some horrible job he needs to get away from? Okay, you know, and they're like, and Charlotte says, like, a break's not a bad thing. He's like, a break is a hop, skip, and a jump away from a break up, okay? And Charlotte's like, it's not bad. You know, a break saves you from having to say things that you're going to regret later on and have to apologize for. You know, if Harry and I had been on a break, I wouldn't be going on all these blind dates. Well, she got a point, all right? And Samantha is like, you know what I think, and Carrie's like, I think don't do that. She's like, what? You know, that, okay, don't do that. She's like, but I'm upset. You know, well, you're really going to be upset, okay, when the wrinkle line starts showing up. All right? Okay? The test of a good relationship is whether you're okay. A bump in the road is not good, okay? But you don't need to stick around to see how bad it's going to get. Okay? Well, how the fuck would you know, Samantha? Okay, what's your track record on relationships? You've only had 2 relationships since this show started. Okay, one, the guy had a little fucking dick, and you dated him anyway for months without telling him that he had a little fucking dick. All right, and the second one was a player who a guy your age that fucked a lot younger and a lot hotter women than you because he had a high sexual market value. Okay, because this guy was a boss man. Okay, he had a lot of money, very charming, very influential, high social status. Okay, young hot women were just throwing themselves at him. Okay, because that's the kind of guy that he is. Okay, and that pissed you off. That made you feel self-conscious, and rather than feel like you're not pretty enough to be with him, okay, you decide just to dump him first, okay, because you felt bad, okay. That relationship was like, what, 3 weeks? Okay, so fucking Samantha, you're nobody to be telling anybody at this table relationship advice. As a matter of fact, all you women fucking suck. And I can't believe I'm going to say this. The only woman at this fucking table that's making any fucking sense is Miranda. Okay, Miranda actually tells Carrie, hey, listen, what about you? Why don't you take this time to figure it out what you want? Remember you, Carrie? She's the only one making sense. And you know why I said that? Because all the other fucking women, Charlotte, Carrie, and Samantha, don't give 2 shits about what is happening. All they care about is what's happening with them. All of them are focused on themselves. Carrie is all focused on her relationship with Berger. Samantha is all focused on her boy toy fucking Smith Jared, okay? And Charlotte is all focused on fucking Harry and Harry dumping her and she wishing Harry came back, okay? That's all they care about. They don't care about each other. They're not listening to each other. Samantha takes this opportunity to give all the girls a flyer that she made that had Smith Jared's fucking his naked fucking pose, you know, with the fucking vodka bottle on his crotch. Yeah. So she's showing that off to everybody, these postcards that she had made of Smith Jared in that vodka promo ad that she did. Okay, the billboard that's in Times Square. Okay? Yeah, these women are all focusing on themselves. They're not focusing on each other. These are some horrible friends. Okay, at least in this scene, they really are. Okay, if you really think about it, ladies, guys, if you watch this scene again, look at what they're talking about. Nobody's focusing on each other. They're all focusing on themselves. All Samantha wants to talk about is herself. All Charlotte wants to talk about is herself. All Carrie wants to talk about is herself. Miranda's the only one that's talking to Carrie about her problem and being like, hey, you know what? Just fucking think about yourself right now. You know? What is it you want to do? What do you want out of life? Okay? Work on that. Remember who you are. Okay? So, yeah, hey, credit where credit's due. Okay? So Carrie is like, what am I supposed to do? What, just wait for him to choose me? Yeah. Okay, so, okay, and so Samantha tells her, hey. No. None of that. Which is good. I mean, it's a self-esteem boost. Obviously, Samantha, is basically telling her, hey, listen, you might be upset, but don't look upset. It's all about what you look like, how you present yourself to the world. And there is a lot to be said about that, okay? There's a lot, okay? If you can show confidence, okay, the inside will, if you take care of the outside, the inside will take care of you. Okay, the outside will take care of your inside and vice versa. Okay, so yeah, whatever the fuck that means. I got it from Mystery Men. All right. Anyway, so the thesis of this episode is: do we need distance to get close? Do we need distance to get close? Okay, so that is going to end part 2 of this review. And yes, Burger will be back in this episode, okay? But I wanted to focus mostly on the argument here and just tell you what I thought about it, because I remember this argument very well from my youth. I remember I was on his side. I remember sticking up for him, and all the women that I was talking to were sticking up for Carrie. Okay? No. Okay? You forget what Carrie did. You forget that Carrie did not apologize. At least Berger apologized. He apologized right away, and Carrie just blew that off and kept giving him shit. Okay? No, they're both in the wrong. I will say that. Okay? Berger could have handled it better. Like I said, he's me on a bad day. He's me on a bad day, and I got a temper. I do. At least I did back then. Okay? The littlest thing could have set me off. He's confused. He's depressed. And he just doesn't know enough, okay? He's a young man. Like, I was a young man. I was younger than him back then when this episode came out, okay? So you talk about being confused. He's in his 30s. I was in my 20s, and I was getting confused, okay? That's why I gave you that big speech about don't pay attention to what women say. Pay attention to what they do. You want to know what turns her on? Look at the guys that she's dated, okay? That's what turns her on. Are you like that? Because if you're not, don't waste your time. Okay, anyway. I'm Diego. Thank you for watching this review this long, and I will see you soon on the next one. Bye.